All right, let's welcome everybody to the Big Trauma Show, episode 105. Welcome, you know what I'm saying? Thank everybody joining in. You know, we turned up in this joint. Is episode 105. I got my man Arky in the building, Christopher Cope, my man Teeco, you know, man in here, I'm in here, you know what I'm saying? We're taking shots for episode 105, and everybody be turned up. And it's a special man time episode. You know, hashtag toilet seat up. You know what I'm saying? In this show, it's no women. It's just the men in here. So
it's a man time, man.
It's man time. Hashtag. So let's go ahead and take a shot. Everybody get turned up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Woo. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Salute. Salute.
My man. Salute, my man. Hey, salute to him.
Ooh, that shit hit. All right.
Yeah, man. I got some.
Yeah, let you start it off.
Got a couple things to get, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, get off our chest, things to talk about, things we'll throw around a little bit here today. Appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, fucking with our podcast or whatever.
I'm a DJ, so I was trying to get the drops for our, you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry.
Right, make it shake. Hey, so something I wanted to kind of start off with, it's just like something that just be grinding my gears. It be throwing me off. It just blows me, and so I'm trying to just throw it out there into the world and see what folks have to say, man. So you might be in a regular conversation with somebody about something. You might be on a podcast. You might be whatever it is. You're parlaying, talking to somebody, whatever the case is, and you're talking about a situation, or you're talking about a gender. You might be talking about a race, whatever it is, and you're generalizing. You're doing this, and you're talking about women in general. You're talking about men in general. You're talking about dogs in general. You're talking about whatever it is, you're talking about just people in general. And it may happen, like I said, it may happen here or there on the podcast, may happen, but there's a huge group of people that literally sit around. If you bring up any issue, it instantly goes to themselves, how they are, who they know. Their father does this, their uncle does this, their cousin is this, their boyfriend did this. That it may be outside of the general, top, you know, the general, the shit you're talking about in general. Mm-hmm. So if you're like I said, if you're making a case for something that happens 3% of the time, and you may be in a regular argument, whatever the case is, but when that shit comes up, like, I don't understand why people bring up exceptions to rules and think that's what people want to talk about. When you do a podcast, when you do this, when you do that, you're talking about things that, like, I haven't met all 3.5 billion women in the world, myself personally, or however many men in the world. So all you can do is talk in general. Mm-hmm. So as, you know what I'm saying, as we do this podcast, as we're talking about things, just understand, like I said, whether you're a guest, whether you're watching online, whatever the case is, just understand that, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't make sense to go in and talk about the 2% of what's going on. Who talks about the 1% of what's happening? So when you're talking to somebody like, well, I do this, okay, but nobody's talking about that. Like I said, when you're talking in general, you're doing that for a reason. I can't speak for every person that was born. I haven't talked to everyone. I don't know everyone's point of view. But you have an idea, like I said, it's kind of when you use stereotypes. Yeah. It's like, I use a stereotype. It may not always be right, but it's a stereotype for a reason. Mm-hmm. You can be mad about it. You can feel this kind of way. You can feel that kind of way. But just like, don't always make it about yourself, no matter where you are. In a conversation, well, I don't do that. Well, that's not me. Like, all right, that's cool. Nobody said it was you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's talking about you in this situation, but everyone seems to like to take shit there when you're talking about things in general. So as we do the podcast, as we do shit, kind of just, understand that we're talking about things in general, and there's no reason to talk about the 2%, the 5%, the 10%. We're talking about what happens on a regular basis, what you most likely will be encountering, most likely in general, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So, and look, and hopefully everyone can find those exceptions to the rules, and you find what you want, and but there's just when people argue the general statements with their personal experiences, like, I feel you, I understand you had a different experience, but like, fill us with the in general shit, like, you're blowing me.
Yeah, it's a big thing, because it kills the whatever message or point that somebody's trying to convey.
Because your dog did something
it's
like irregular.
What?
Yeah.
Like, all right, dog, good job for your dog. You know what I'm saying? But like,
because I feel like we're, like, the way we live our lives is in a certain kind of minority compared to the grand scheme of the overall population. So when I'm talking about different things, we're talking about it like for the overall population, not like, if I was making a podcast based on my life, the shit would be wild. Like, it would be completely different kind of mindset that we'll be trying to convey, but we're doing it for everybody. Like, there was some wild, shout out to Pearl, my girl Pearl, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can link and do something, you know what I'm saying, in the future, but like, the numbers that she was stating, like, the disparity between male romantic, like, relationships, interactions with women and women, like, the disparity in the numbers, is kind of why, one of the reasons why we got into this, because there's a lot of men out here that are not having these interactions, and they're actually seeking them out. Yeah. So it's like, you know, we feel like everything kind of gets thrown into this whole, like, big misogynistic group of, like when you're expressing certain things that might be true about society or just life in general that are holding women accountable.
Dating,
like it's almost like if you say anything that's like holding, you know, or might paint women in general in a bad light, it's like taking this, you know, oh, you're this, you're that, you're that, whatever. Yeah. When it's just, it could just be a narrative on what's going on, just to help other people that don't know what to do in these situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what this is all about. There's a lot of, bro, the numbers are astonishing, bro. It's a lot of dudes out here that are really good men and want relationships with women, but, you know, they don't get the time of day because they're in that 70% of men. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's 7, if there's 10 men in a room, 7 of them niggas are not getting any action. They're not getting no action. You know what I'm saying? That's wild numbers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we kind of try to speak that into, you know, and let people know that that's the thing that's going on. So women
not complaining about it.
Yeah, we're not complaining about it.
It's not a complaint. We're just, it's more or less expressing, like, you know, what is. Like, what we're just kind of talking about, like, what the situation is. So you can agree with it, not agree with this, say that's this, that's that, it's not true, whatever the case is. Just here to report the news. It's not saying that it's of course, that you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't be this way. Nah, that's and a lot
of people don't understand, like, you know, they don't understand the reality of what's going on, like, where we
men
are.
And women.
Yeah, men and
both people do,
because
like,
especially
be in the dark.
And the thing is, like, of course, if you're the guy that's not getting action, you know you're not getting no action. So, you know, that's 70%. For the women, you know what I'm saying, a lot of women don't understand this, and they just think that, like these men, these are the men that are invisible to women. Because as women, you're gonna seek out the most lit men. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? No matter, you could be a 5, you're gonna try to go after that 10. That's just how it is. As opposed to having that self-awareness and it's a lot of levels to it. Like, you got to know that first you have to want.
Same with men.
Yeah, and this is men too. Like, before you jump into any kind of romantic whatever, you have to know that that's what you want. And, you know, I'm in the mind frame that a lot of people don't really even, just because of how the world is set up now.
It takes a while to get there.
Yeah, it does.
To actually know what you want.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes some trial and error, because you might think you want a certain thing, and then
it's not you gotta go through it. You have to go through the experience.
And then when you get it, you're like, I'm jack good on this.
And that's what life is all about. Is like knowing what is best for you. So, it's funny because I'm on a group chat. I'm on a lot of different group chats. So I go on there to kind of get, like, that's where a lot of these ideas was kind of like built, was off of like group me and talking to different people and being like,
different places.
You talk to different people
from all over the place,
all over, and it's like, yo, like, man, it was a big disconnect, and I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely something. And we were on there the other day, and it was like one of the women on there was like, you know, oh, thank God I'm not pressed to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what's so wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a guy in a relationship with a woman, I want a woman that's pressed to be in a relationship with me. I mean, I don't want my woman to be like, man, I don't even really, you know, I don't need this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make me feel good as your partner. So it's like, that's part of this journey, is realizing that, are you trying to have do you understand how important it is to have a male companion throughout your life, building families, the traditional shit? Like, people need to understand that that's really, really important to your core being as like a human being. Like, there's a certain, like I said, with men, there's certain way
we're talking in general.
And just in
there's
general.
some people that I'm sure could just go freelance, do their thing.
Of course.
But in general, we're talking about human nature.
Human nature.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about human nature.
You talk to Janet Jackson. They asked Janet Jackson, what do you wish you could have done? You know what I'm saying? She just had a baby at like 50 and shit, and she was like, yeah, I wish I could have more kids. You know, when you talk to people, like all these like women that are career oriented and, you know, people that just put their career first, trying to get to a certain level, like when you talk to them later on, they say I wish I had a family, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. So it's like, are you gonna listen to that and take that into your mind, or you're just gonna try to keep going with this propaganda they have right now that, you know, women don't need men, and like, you know, being in a relationship with somebody isn't like a human being generally in their best form. Like, life is hard, bro. Like, when you got a companion to go down the road of life with, it makes it so much easier. So
I think it's hard for, like, if you're a young, let's say you're 23, 24, whatever, to just say like, oh, I'm ready to get married, when you're seeing everyone around you is in party mode. Like, so it's a difficult thing to just tell someone, okay, you're 25, 26, or you know, even younger than that. Because like, just in the society that we're in, it's so tough. It's tough.
It's so difficult.
It really is tough. And like I said, like, I know for me personally, I didn't really know what's comfortable, like kind of what I wanted, what I was here for, what my boundaries were, until I was about damn near 34, until I got things together, knew how to navigate around shit, knew how to handle situations. So when you're 23, 24, whether you're male, female, whatever it is, I mean, it's hard to navigate, but and thinking about the future. But the problem is, women's highest market value is when they're younger.
Exactly.
So that decision is more important when they're young, because that's when they're high. If you're, like I said, if you're looking for certain shit, you know what I'm saying, your market value is high. I mean, but it just is what it is.
And for men, it's the other way around.
Yeah, for
your market
men,
value
when
is
you're like 35 and up. That's when your market value is high, because that's when you're worth more. Women, because men, you're more or less looked at, I'll say, and this is what it is. It's not a complaint. It's nobody. But men, like I said, we're providers. We do shit. We're taking care of the family. We're the ones. And like I said, once you're established, you're 34, 35, 36, you're actually in your little bag. You're worth more than when you were 20. You ain't doing shit.
No, and I can say something about that. I call it loud beverages. You know what I'm saying? Like, they end up going, like, at the end, like, once again, we generalize and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, from a third person point of view type stuff, like, whatchamacallit, I feel like they end up going after, like, in a certain point in, like, women's life, they end up going, no matter how, like, they look, no matter how, you know what I'm saying, they are or whatever, they just end up going for the person that got the right mentality and that got something going on in life, maybe when they don't. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And that person that's most likely gonna have the best things going on is for a man.
You know
that's when you're older.
And they older already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When the woman's older.
No, I'm talking about when they young as well. You know what I'm saying? They usually look for older dudes as well to take care of them or whatever.
Yeah, that's natural. That's a natural thing.
But when they young, they as well base themselves on looks or whatever. They might be with this and that.
So, because, I mean, I think that's...
point in life where they also learn that, oh shit,
I gotta find somebody who take care of me, who can do this. No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So the loud beverages always... Like, it says that, you know what I'm saying, they always end up
even out.
Like,
see, but it's hard for one to, because I will say this, it is hard to tell somebody who's 22, 23, and you're like, yo, you're at your peak value right now. I know it's hard to hear, but saying that, but it is what it is. Like, but the thing is, it's hard because, like, when you're that age to just say, okay, I'm gonna, because I know I'm at my peak, you know, value in terms of what is important for men, I'm gonna go ahead and settle down, even though I got partying left in me, I wanna do this. So it's a tough situation. And as, like I said, as you get older, then you start to realize now you're looking for someone who maybe, like I said, you're, okay, more of a provider, somebody to take care of me. And now, but that's the point, is now, when you're older, the man that you want isn't gonna want you because you're out of your. Not saying all the time, but you have less because he might be looking for that junk that's 25, 26. Now you 31, 32, and you like, damn, I done been through the ringers. I'm about to get out, and now you looking for him, but he ain't looking for you. When you were 23, 24, he was looking for you.
That, why are we going to go for the thing that looks the best? You know what I'm saying?
For men,
it's just how it's just life. It's just life.
Like more enjoyable, whatever. Call it pleasure, call it flash, whatever. Cause man, like we being real out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're trying to give the real shit to people, because people don't. A lot of women get mad at that reality, and I'm like,
yeah, bro, cause like
that's just how it is.
It's cause like you know why? I feel like people get mad. And just in general, because they aren't moving, they aren't doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
They think everything personal. So if someone says something, it feel like a personal attack. Like nobody attacking you personally.
Doing shit. You know what I'm saying? They're doing shit. Like per se, I talk to so many people, bro, and there's like girls that are young as fuck, that aren't doing shit.
Cause you know they just blowing in the wind.
They're beautiful and shit. Yeah. They in the house watching TikTok, ain't doing shit, bro. And like I'm gonna go a little bit on the first person point of view, cause like I'm doing so much shit, and I feel like I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's always people as well that feel like they ain't doing enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
well, you're young, bro. You're so young, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing, like when it comes to like this is what the reality of life, right? When it comes to like the dating market, right, and like trying to find a partner and all that shit, right? It's competition. Like at the end of the day, we're animals. The same way motherfucking two lions fucking fight and wreck, and then one nigga gets to have all the women.
Get to win and get to cheat.
Yeah, it's the same way we do. We might battle off of like, who got the biggest bag, or who, you know, whatever. Yeah,
whatever's the point to that jump, you in a battle. Whatever's the point to her, you in a battle with somebody else for that same shit. And it should, and it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
You have to look at it as
you got to put yourself in the best spot instead of complaining about that shit. Like, yo. Don't complain about this shit. Put yourself in the best position to get jumps that you want to get. And if you're not doing everything you can to put yourself in a spot to where you want to be, that's your fault. That's your fault, bro. It's your fault. If you recognize what you want, you know what it takes to do it, and you decide that you don't want to. Hold on one second. That you don't want to do it. That's your decision. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have accountability, like I said, and it goes both ways. I don't want to think we just talk one way. It's
for men to
women. Like, yo, if you don't like your situation, like I said, you're the star in your own movie, bro. You make decisions. So if you don't like the shit, do something about it. You can complain about it, that's cool, but like nobody respecting your little complaints. And you could be actually, you know what I'm saying?
Like complaints, like when people get in relationships and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then they complain about it, like we were talking last time, remember? Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going to put yourself in a situation that is going to make you unhappy, uncomfortable with a certain person, because you already know that person got certain, like, traits, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why you still cuff that?
But people don't know. That's the problem.
Well, people don't know. Once you get in that spot, you have to be able to get out. Like, so if you didn't know shit, cool, okay, I found it out, now I'm out. Like, you can't be fucking around. If you find some shit out, you decide to ignore it, then that's on you.
Girls got the perfect man, and she don't know with a chump. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that happens with us too, bro. We don't find bad girls because of stupid girls that ain't had nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just about, you know what I'm saying? Knowing the averages, knowing that you.
Because people don't think they're gonna do shit, thinking they're gonna get caught.
Knowing that you're gonna run into people, so it's just reading the signs before you get to that stop sign. You know what I'm saying?
Because also like people cheat and do that. Like when that person's cheating with like a little mid joint, he might have a nice little joint at home. When he's cheating, he's not thinking like, I'm about to get caught. He's thinking I'm about to slide this bitch in, and then I'm be straight.
Crimes thinking they're not gonna get caught.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. They're not really thinking like, damn, I'm about to lose my whole future because I wanted to go mess around with this joint. Like, so they just think they ain't gonna get caught. And when you get caught, you down bad.
Sometimes people mess up their future cuffing the wrong one.
But here's the thing though, right? Like I said, we're all in this competition. Like from a certain, like it's the age gap. What is it, like 20? I'll say 21 to like 45, right? 21 to 45. We're all thrown into this the big dating pool, right? Yeah. So you're someone, okay, you're younger. You're 20, 21, 22. You're in your 20s. You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to get established financially. For sure. You're trying to learn about what you like through life experiences and dating and other things. a guy that's older is gonna be in a way better position financially, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally, all that shit. You're gonna have more experiences. So what happens is,
and you've done so much shit by the time you're that age. You're like,
for
good,
sure.
You know, some of that wild shit, like, oh, okay,
You're just like stone. You a stone by that time. You know what I'm saying?
Or whatever it is.
But what happens is, that's what I'm saying. For women, it's opposite in the sense that, like, for women, I mean, once again, like, you know, you can get mad at it, but a woman's value, like, generally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, if I meet a woman, I don't know her from Mary or Sandy or whatever. Like, if I'm just looking at her, like, I don't know if she's brilliant or she invented or split the atom or anything. I'm just looking at you. Like, women's, like, that value is based off beauty, and obviously beauty, age, all that shit is all linked. So, like, that's what we say when a woman's value is when she's younger, as opposed to a man's value being when he's older, and we're all in this pool of competition. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be self-aware, and a lot of people just aren't self-aware. And what I mean by that is, like, you're self-analyzing what's happening in your life with your romantic relationships and your experiences and shit, and you're also looking at other people. That's what people don't do. You gotta look at other people, see what other people are doing.
Cause that's your competition.
Yeah.
You split it on Instagram.
Well, not just that, but you gotta be able to. It's almost like you all you are is your experiences, right? So if I never dated a woman that made more money than me, right? Then I don't know that experience, so I don't have anything to relate to. But if my man's did, then I have to be aware and be paying attention to what's going on. That's how you go through life. You have to be, you have to
don't wait for it to happen to you before you
gotta look around and you gotta take those cues. You gotta start building your own library of life information, you know what I'm saying?
And it's not,
I wanna say something. I wanna say something real quick, because you said, like, women's, like, value decreases as they grow type shit. Well, like, that's a fair, you know what I'm saying, point of view
for men in the dating landscape.
Yeah, it takes it back to what they do with their time. Remember what I was saying? Like, if we don't, like, all in general don't, like, appreciate time, bro, by the time we're 40, 30 and we haven't done shit, we're gonna be like, damn. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it feels so good to run into, like, a, I don't know, 50-year-old woman or whatever, talk to her, just on, like, not on trying to get her number or not type of shit, just socializing, you know what I'm saying? And when that person, like, when you see a woman that's, like, on her shit, that already made it, got her car, her house, whatever, jewelry, whatever, and that person spits some game to you, it's like a different type of game. Cause it's like, it's a competition, you know what I'm saying? Everybody making it, so it's a decision whether or not you gonna take the steps and start walking, you know what I'm saying? Doing something with your time, or just sitting and not doing shit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, for women, it's hard though. Like, and I will say that it's fucked up, because, like, when we say that, like, the woman's is the value of beauty and all that, people get, like, it's such a triggering statement, because you're so much more than that, right?
Yeah, bro.
But the thing about it is, like,
they don't even understand what they're talking about.
The thing about it is, like,
that's why I had to bring this up. That's why I had to bring this up.
Yeah, well, like, your value. You know,
dating is we're not talking about you as, like, what your value on earth was while you were here. We're talking about your in the dating landscape. We're saying and it's not like. The fact that it's like people will look at this as a wild statement is crazy. Like, as you get older, your value's going to go down in terms of your looks. And that's the most important thing. Not saying it's the only thing that men look for, but it's for the most part the most important thing. And as you get older, you lose a little bit of that.
And that's natural.
And that's for both of us.
You know what I mean?
Totally understood. But, like, the fact that that's a wild statement, and it's like, I understand it could be triggering, but it's like, yo, this is what it is. So, like, you can go with it or not. Nobody's saying it's a bad thing. Ain't nobody trying to bash nobody, but it's like, yo, it is what it is. As you get older, shit kind of goes down, and that's what men look for.
Like,
so
if a woman said that, it would be a first statement as well.
But we're not talking, like I said, we're talking about the dating landscape, not what you did. Like, yo, you go be,
like, when you're at the bar with fucking 40 other women, like, niggas don't give a fuck that you just got employee of the month and you fucking grinded at your job or whatever.
Don't care at all.
In that space. And then the biggest thing also, like we use sports as a big example in life. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you see what happens when athletes get older. Their value go down. It's not like a big oh,
don't say that. My value didn't go down at all. I thought you're getting older, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
ego.
you could be a great leader. You could be a great motivator. You could be a great
smart. You know more about basketball at that time, but you're getting older, bro. Like,
you just gotta separate that emotional response. Like, oh man, that's the biggest thing. Is like, you know, with the messages, everything we say is like the people have this. It's like a visceral emotional response. They have to. It's not a bashing thing. It's just it's literally like we're trying. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, young. Like, so I forgot when I went out with Johnny to, like, I forgot when it was. We was at MGM and shit, and like I seen one of the girls from the chat, right? She just turned 30. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I know you out here living your best life right now, but yo, the clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying?
Told her that.
I told her that because I fuck with her though. I fuck with her though.
How did she?
She just turned 30. I fuck with her. She's like a good person. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, women get caught up in the mix.
How she take it? I mean,
like I said, you got to fight off that.
I know.
What I'm saying?
And like, damn.
But she's a good person though. So she, you know, we talked about it, and I was just like, look, because we got into it. You know what I'm saying? It's not into it. No. We got into it in the sense that, like, she was just telling me like what her dating. What's going on with her right now? You know what I'm saying? And it's the lit life. Like you're getting flown out. You got sugar daddy Bama. He's just paying. And I'm like, what happens to women is like, it's almost like you have to realize this is not a long-term plan. This fire.
At some point, you gotta start getting ready for the long term.
You gotta get. You have to.
Value is.
You have to, and it's
plummeting. And once again, take it to the other side. It's the same for us. If we keep fucking hella bitches, doing parties, doing hella drugs.
That's not true.
That's money.
Bro, the number. You're talking about a guy that's in the top 10%. If he's doing all that, he can do that for the rest of his life.
As you get older, a man's gonna be built up at 30 something. Like, you can whatever a man got.
No, that's the difference about men, like with men and women, dog. Like, it sucks, but as a man. It's like we have different powers, bro. Like, we can bend reality, like on some Andrew Tate shit, based off the things we've accomplished.
If we're 10%, if we creators though, if we create our own shit, we know what we like.
No. What I'm saying is like in terms of in comparison to women, right?
Okay.
As men, like the advice that we give to men, that shit is like it's gonna go the whole way. You can use that for the rest of your life. For women. I mean, like I said, you have a clock, yo. Like for men, if you're the type of dude that gets jumped, you be 50 still getting jumps, bro. It's not.
That's true.
You can do whatever you want. Like when you're in that percentage of dudes that can.
And I'm talking about someone you want that you want to marry. Not talking about just get someone. At any age, anyone can get someone.
Anyone can get someone.
Fully understand. When we refer to that, we're talking about getting someone who you want.
Yeah.
Like someone that you like, not just someone that you know what I'm saying. Trying
just to say you got somebody.
You say you. And
that's what I mean.
You like the litter.
For men, if you're attractive as a dude, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be attractive for another 20 years unless you have some wild ass thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, you'll know. Niggas know. Oh damn, I got a little fat.
But you got a lot of other things men can do to offset that shit.
For women, it just sucks because the things that you have to offset it are like it's rooted in like your looks. You know what I'm saying? Their shit is like.
And there's other things, but we're just talking about. We're not saying any means that looks is the only thing. That's not what we're saying.
But it's a very important bottom line for some guys. Yeah,
exactly. It's important.
It's like the dude that was talking to
And
Pearl.
you can't do things like because the thing is, as some youngins go through certain experiences, it could be their looks diminish or whatever they've been through certain things. Like damn, like they might. Not saying a high percentage, but some people come to have an epiphany and they're like, yo, maybe I need to fucking start tightening my attitude up a little bit, or I'm gonna end up, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah.
No, and,
for sure. You know, like I said, that could happen too. So it's
it takes it back.
It
takes it back to
so we're gonna get
let's take a halftime.
So we're gonna take that because we're still trying to figure out.
You just betrayed me.
Nah. The halftime shot don't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gonna pivot, man, because we
not really pivot, not that much.
We was talking about it, dog. We was talking about it. We were trying to find like, you know what I'm saying, what are like, you know, with this whole podcast thing and just the generalizations and people being put into groups and like what's
the whole red pill discussion.
The red pill, like what's our space in that territory.
Specifically.
Yeah. And the reason we want to say this is because like what happens is that with the whole red pill shit, everyone gets thrown into the same hater, misogyny.
Y'all misogynist, y'all like women.
Been hurt by women box. And we're like, we're trying to say that there were like, yeah, we're with that movement in the sense of like the enlightening of it, like and educating people on it. We're not on the like. It's not a.
It's certain aspects.
Total blend.
Because we're talking about logically. Okay,
Yeah.
it takes about to think, don't feel. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to say, but you know, I know we're all human. We have emotions.
We're talking about generalizing is think, don't feel.
So we're trying to figure out where we like, because we kind of feel like we're not. Because there are like subdivisions, right? And there's like a million subdivisions. We can't even, we're learning this shit.
Yeah, we trying to work our way through.
We're educating ourselves to get y'all, to bring y'all the information, because there's the MRA, right?
So we're gonna go through. So it's like three kind of main little subdivisions or whatever that people gotta get classified in. Where you're in like the red pill type shit, or you're just kind of doing the type of content that we're doing. So like I said, you start off with the MRAs.
MRAs.
Right? So these are different groups of men that feel they have some kind of feeling, they have some kind of feeling about what's going on, and they kind of handle it all differently.
So the MRA is rooted in it's basically men's rights activists, right? So these are men that and it's an even bigger subdivision within the red pill. That's what I'm saying. It's like all this shit is so complicated and is multifaceted, and when you try to group all the niggas all into one thing, it kind of makes it like the message be lost. You know what I'm saying? So they have fire shit that they're speaking on that's true. We're gonna we'll get into that as the the episodes go, but like their whole thing is rooted in like there's certain rights that men aren't afforded, like with the paternity fraud and all that. Like they go into, there's wild stories, and all these stories, when you're hearing them, it kind of sounds like a man, it's like a man complaining a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that group kind of gets, they get a lot of tar, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody's here to listen to a man.
Yeah, nobody's
complaining about, it's a white man sitting there like, I have it so rough. It's so rough.
It's just
so it comes off bad. In general, men don't get sympathy, which is fine. Not complaining about it.
Yeah.
Men, we're not like in general, we're not like a sympathetic figures or anything like that.
And I'll give an example.
I said, just men coming off that way, it just kind of, for me, it just come off.
Just real quick, an example, right? They have it's like over 2,000 domestic violence shelters, like in the United States, right? A large majority of them will deny, access to men or helping men, right? Like, so all of them all help women, right? There's only one in the entire United States dedicated to men, you know what I'm saying? So like niggas be getting beat up by their girls and like getting made fun of and shit, like, and your girl pay the bills, you might have moved to a new town, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got nowhere to go, like, and there's no help for you, and you try to speak your voice, you sound like...
but you're not... I was gonna say, like, you see how it sounds? You said, like, damn, my girl, whooping me. I got skipped town,
like, hey, dog, like, just put yourself in those shoes, like, you right there watching home, bro, like, imagine you going out with your girl, right?
Yeah.
That bitch just lap you in front of everyone, and some niggas at the back start laughing. What you gonna do? How you gonna feel like as a man?
Exactly, that happens. This happens.
Alright, people gonna laugh now. What if you was a man?
Mm-hmm. That'll be bad. That'll be horrible.
And start the problem.
Yeah.
You started like now it's 2023. If somebody do that and a man get back to her, they're just recorded. You know what I'm saying?
But you can, like I said, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. It's just like but there's people that like it's adamantly fighting, and it just come off like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It come off, Jad, like you're just complaining.
It comes off like, and the message gets lost. The message gets lost.
But the thing is, it could be true things. There are things that are absolutely true. Mm-hmm. But just like as a man, especially if you're so-called calling yourself a person who hold himself to certain standards, he's really on his man time shit. You hold shit down, but then you also like, oh, I'm complaining about shit that it just is what it is. Yeah. Like there's so many things that just are what they are. It's like, yo, now I'm not saying you can't say something about it, or you can't feel no kind of way about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but shit just is what it is. And if you're not accepting that, like I said, as a man, it just come off a certain way. So with that movement, the whole man's right activists, I know at least for me, if you look at it as you're watching, it's like, yo, this shit it just look funny. Like we're fighting far right, just like, bro, like come on, man, like tighten up. But I understand there are some things that
I hate to say, I fear I'm in the MRA.
MRA member right here.
My MRA hat.
Oh, get the MRA, Joe. Yeah, man.
Hey,
no, but like,
that boy got drafted.
Because here's the thing, right? I really feel for the paternity fraud niggas. I feel that shit. That shit right there is some different shit. So like,
they just got every baby to pop out. They gotta just
there's a deep dive into the jump with Bama's.
That's worth
it. Done, you know what I'm
though.
saying? Bama's done paid child support, been locked up for child support.
On the red light cameras, they
kid.
can pay for paternity tests. Come on, government.
I mean, it should be mandatory.
It should be a government jump.
To me, the concept, and that just comes back to what we were talking about with the whole how you communicate. Like niggas be like real scared to ask for the paternity test, like, and it's like a wild
so you trying to figure out,
hey yo,
you trying to figure this shit out or not?
There's so many different crazy things that could happen. Crazy shit be happening. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily like, no, there's some wild. I've seen during like, you know.
Put your foot down, man. When you got something, when you have a problem with something.
It's so hard to.
Man, just kill me.
Go ahead.
I have to bring it up.
Go ahead.
You talk about paternity test, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if a man asks for a paternity test, bro, a girl usually gonna blast on his head.
Of course, and that's what it's.
Okay, but look, hey, you gotta
disrespectful. Even if she fucked 4 dudes, bro.
Damn.
Bro, it is reality. I'm just saying it, dog.
It's for sure reality. What I'm saying is, so look, what you could do is you could choose. Let me be Boo Boo the fool and just be like, well, she's still gonna get mad about the jump. All right, so either accept that jump or be Boo the fool and raise somebody else's kid.
So
it's your decision.
So here's the thing,
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's your decision, bro. You be like, dog.
No, but here's
if you mad, she gonna be mad. Like, so what, bro? Tighten up.
Yeah, but here's what us trying to give the message. Give a message. I be trying to help women out, right? So for women, right, the paternity test is gonna just give a nigga the set. Like, a lot of niggas will not come and ask, but they be curious as fuck. Niggas might get it on their own, on the low.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, it's like a weird conversation to have with a woman. They like, you know, y'all be getting, like, women be cheating, dog. Like, what the fuck? And it's like, it'd be like, oh, the whole baby look like me, Joe, be throwing me all the way off. I don't know how the fuck bad be knowing the baby look like another nigga, like when baby look like a wrinkled alien when they're born. And they'd be like, oh yeah, that look like Leron. Like I don't be, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing with that be like, okay, maybe the woman has a type that like, okay, you're light skinned and fucking have curly hair and she like light skinned curly hair niggas, so the baby come out looking like, you know what I'm saying? It's not
just pay for it.
Yeah. So like for women, my advice is when a nigga is completely sure that that's his fucking kid, then it completely like niggas be all in for the most part if it's a good man, but a lot of
doubts out there.
There's a lot of men that have doubts,
but
bro.
But the thing is, they'll know it's somebody else's, so they're like, yo, I'm not fixing to go do the jump because I know.
And I'm just saying,
move on to the next jump.
So that was the MRA, you know.
We got one MRA member, we got one tighten up member, and start complaining.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? So look, so you got them. So
that's one.
So they come off as one of the people that sound like they're complaining about women. It's kind of a thing like. Like I said, different groups. The next one. So the next one is. The next one is this. So the next one is incels. They're like, oh, somebody's an incel. So first, what we have to do is you have to break down like what an incel is, because that junk be getting thrown around. We may have talked. I think we talked about
that before, but it was short. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, whatever. If you didn't see it, whatever. So an incel is short for 2 different words. It means involuntarily celibate. Okay, so he's a loser. But what you have to understand is the word is involuntary. Okay, it's not voluntary. Yeah. So what happens is like you'll see a lot like if someone says something and it may come off as like in any type of way against women or against women's rights, whether it's true, not true, it could be true, could not be true, whatever. Fire back with, oh, look at this incel, blah 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 blah, this that and the other. But what I'm trying, but the thing is, the incel joke, it doesn't make sense though, because incel means they're involuntarily. That means they want to get some cheeks.
It's a bully.
They're trying to, but they just don't. Well, like for whatever reason, and it's most likely probably
they're in that
their fault.
70%.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's probably their fault as well. Like you're not doing what it takes to go get you a jump. That's cool.
That's true.
But the whole point is, you're involuntarily celibate. So I don't think that community should be attacked
at all.
If you're involuntarily celibate, it's like, yo, you're
speak up, man.
No, he said speak up.
Get you some
no, not. He said, no, but if you're involuntarily celibate, though, that, like I said,
hey,
you gotta walk around.
You got assist in the house.
You gotta walk around, yeah. Oh man, Probee's in the building, man.
Hey, man.
I gotta see you. Like,
hey, man. So we gotta keep the game. So look, if you're involuntarily celibate, like I said, that's not that man's choice.
That's not his choice.
And so I'm kind of thrown like with the culture with the woke culture that we have. What's up, Probee?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
So man, where you want to sit, dog? You want to sit here? You want to sit right here?
Okay. So if you're like I said, if you're involuntarily, if you're throwing that out as like a diss to somebody,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like bullying.
It's like, bro, I'm involuntary, like, bro, I want some bitches and I can't get them, and you're calling me, and you're making fun of me for that. So, like, with all the bullying that's going on, I'm surprised that people is going for this. Like, bro, y'all bullying a community that literally can't get no jumps.
So the whole thing with
but that's a whole community, though. And so they're looked at a certain way. They might go, I hate to say it, like, but they be the ones that might be involved in, like, wild, like mass shootings. They go in direct to incels and be someone that don't get no jumps. They like you go to the journals like, oh, I hate women, bro.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, matter of fact, bro, for the people that like really share this shit, like for real share this shit, I'm gonna be on top of this game. I'm gonna fly you out to Costa Rica and we can get you some jumps if you're part of that community.
This guy,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, clap it up.
But the thing is, some of them niggas there's 70% of Bama's not getting no action, right? 70%. There's 10 men, 7 men aren't getting no action, right? So
Costa Rica.
What I'm saying is with the labeling with incel, yes, there are these radical incels, like he's saying, these niggas that will go and they'll spray shit out.
Wild shit.
They're like, if you're a dude out there that wants to get cheeks and you're not getting cheeks, you're an incel. I hate to break it to you, but that's the whole joke.
You gotta do better.
Yeah, but that's the whole joke is that like it's not like
you're doing something wrong, bro.
All because you're an incel doesn't mean you're a horrible person. Right. Like you could be you could be awesome
for sure,
but you're trying to get cheeks. Yeah, so that's another aspect of this red pill joke that Bama's get all tossed in. These are the niggas these incels are the simps. They're the food guys. They're the guys, the girls.
I feel you gotta say the whole word. Like when you say the whole word, I feel like it hits you better. Like when these involuntarily celibate guys, like it feels like no, but because I feel like it'll give that group more sympathy
for sure.
Because when you say incel, it sounds like
Al Qaeda or some shit.
It sounds like okay, we got a little new slur. Like, but if you be like these involuntarily celibate men are trash, like damn, bro, why you firing me? Like I can't get no bitches. You gonna cook me?
Nah.
So you have you have that group of people. So you have people who are for like really for men, like the men's rights. They're really like, we want this, and women don't be going to jail when they hit us. Like, come on, bro, like, get it together. So,
once again, you look kind of wild. But the thing about men, incels out there, man, just be happy, bro. Because I ain't gonna hold you.
Just be happy. You can tell them just.
Let
be
me
happy.
Tell you why. Because this is a wild statement, right?
I'd rather be
an incel, right, than be in that 85% of the women jump, like women that are having these romantic relationships, but that are completely unaware that the men don't want them. Like I would rather because
but it's a human. You need companionship. These people are being.
Well, here's the thing.
They're not being, but like they don't have any.
The thing about being an incel.
At least women have that companionship still, even though it's not legit.
Nah, I get it.
But at least you have a person. You feel like you can get some shit off your chest.
But as an incel, you can get.
But human interaction. We talk about human interaction is important. You're not getting none.
You can get it though.
But the point is they're not getting it.
They're not getting it because they're not they're not. They don't have they might not have the resource. There's people that are incel.
Well, you would rather do that than.
Because I know I can get a bag. I can get a bag.
Okay, but
and I can get it. That's what I'm saying. That's a cure for incel.
If you're an incel, though, you're talking about getting out of it.
There's a plan to get out of it if you want to get out of it.
I thought you were talking about just being one. Like, if I had to pick one, I would be like a girl who's just going around doing whatever. She's never gonna get bun, or dude's just an incel. I meant long term.
You're talking about
short term. Yeah.
Like a whale.
But you still get action though.
Fuck the action. That's trash action.
No, but okay. So you're talking long term. Like in terms of like long term. You're saying short term in terms of I can get myself out of being an incel.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you're saying you're cool with being an incel long term forever.
Nah, hell no.
Okay, then I just straighten that up. Like that's a big difference. You're saying I'll pull myself out of being involuntary celibate. I'll be voluntarily not celibate.
It's a big hole where you can get out. It's like the rope is the bag.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. So
that's what I mean. Like that's what I meant.
It's not always the bag though, because a motherfucker.
You go to the gym, maybe.
How you can have a bag?
Yeah. But you got better be incels for.
See, no, but it's not just one thing, guys.
Yeah, it don't be.
No one's saying it's not one thing. It's not just get a bag. It's not just. But if you go to the gym. If you're, you go work out more, do shit. If you know what I'm saying, get your resume up, you put more work in, you work a little bit, you do more shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Work on yourself. All of those things encompass, like I said, whether it be hey, when you put up, when you come back,
just came on the screen.
Oh, damn.
People just gotta understand with incels, it's not always the radical incel. That's my message. There's Batmans that love women.
Most are not. Most are just regular.
Yeah, they're not misogynistic.
So
they're cool.
Be careful, man. You talking about incels, man.
So that's two. So we got incels and we got MRA.
Yeah.
MRA, the two, right?
I mean, but it like an incel is somebody that gets no pussy then practically.
That wants it.
That wants it.
Why did that person
there's niggas that don't get pussy, they don't want it.
Pussy from Amazon, nigga.
Okay, but yeah, so we got the incels and we got the MRA. So the next one is something that's new to
it's new.
At least for
this
us.
Is new shit.
We haven't heard about it. I'm sure my man never heard about it. I'm sure he put on.
I'm about to school you to some new shit, probably like. So there's a movement of men.
Movement.
That are fucking fed up with this shit.
Had enough.
They've had enough.
Enough.
They've had enough of like women's shit. They've just had it. Niggas had it up to here.
Every woman like. Well,
I'm gonna get me a woman bodyguard so I can bear the slap bitches, dog.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Right.
Hey, so these people are called.
Say that, my bad.
It's called men going their own way, and it's an
MGTOW. They call MGTOWs if you try to keep it. You know what I'm saying? So
not Pound Town.
You got the MRAs, you got the incels, and now we're gonna talk about the MGTOW. So this is a new development. At least for us. Maybe it's been around for a while. I don't know. So the MGTOWs, men going their own way, is basically like we're going our own way away from y'all jumps, like away from women. We're not with the shit no more. Okay, so
hey, that's an old retired
so they had enough. So like, to the army so you have
it'd be
so you have a group of involuntary celibate people. That means they're trying to get action and they can't.
Man.
You got the people that are fighting for rights, and then you got people that are like, yo, I don't even want to be around jumps. Like, and I don't want to in any form. Like I said, there's different levels apparently.
Yeah.
There's some ones that have certain interactions.
We're gonna dive deeper into it.
because we're just kind of figuring out.
Yeah.
But there's groups that says I'm not interested in dating women. I'm just going on my own way. But I'm not like trying to like be with men or do this. You're just like I'm good on women. So like apparently that's the thing. So apparently that's a growing group of men that are MGTOWs. You know what I'm saying? So they just choose that they don't really want it. Like I said, there's different levels.
They're talking about moving in and starting communities. Like they're on some wild shit.
Yeah, no, they're against.
And that's what I'm saying. These get all thrown in the same blick. Like, dog, we're not in the same camp.
We're trying to differentiate these different groups.
Yeah, like this shit is wild, bro. They're like trying to start their own like reservation of dudes.
That's saying we don't want no women. Trust me, that's not us, bro. We're not with that.
Yeah. So,
but look, if y'all are on that, that's also that's your decision. Like if you decide that you want to live a life and do that, that's cool too, bro. Whatever. If you're like I said, a men's rights activist or whatever you choose to be, shoot, whatever it is. Yo, that's your decision, and yo, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But I would say that it's important that like the thing that blows me though is when people force their shit on other people. Mm-hmm. It's like we're more or less here to report the news.
Yeah.
Talk about what shit is. So like we're bringing this up because, like I said, there's different groups, and we all get kind of lumped in it because we might say an opinion, say, well, men like women who are younger, or women, you know what I'm saying, are more, you know what I'm saying, their beauty is more important to men than their wallet. And they'd be like, oh my God, clutch their pearls and shit. And they'd be like, oh, that's this. And they just throw you into a category. It's like, okay, you can throw us into that category, but we're just kind of telling you what it is. You can either take the information and be like, I don't agree with it. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I think people, you know, they just, you know what I'm saying?
It's a good cop, bad cop thing, man.
We're just reporting the news. So like, we're none of those other boys. He said you're an MRA guy.
Yeah, I'm the good cop. He's fucking McNulty. He's fucking got to get shit. He's the fucking bad cop, okay? But like, we're literally just trying to help. We're trying to help people, man. Like,
but we're trying to figure out what we also are.
Oh, yeah.
What is our? We don't have a category. So what's the name for people just reporting the news?
What's the category for Bama's?
For men. And betterment, empowerment, and shit.
But also, we're also helping women.
Which I mean,
like I feel like, bro, I feel like a lot of women don't fucking know, and that was the whole thing. Remember the Kevin Samuels and all them niggas, dog. Kevin, R.I.P. man, take a shot for Kevin Samuels, dog. But listen, people call him misogynistic and all that, but the whole thing is, dog, this man was talking to
him, bro.
He's talking.
I saved my shot, like.
Hey man, but look, this nigga was talking to women for hours a day. He's talking to delusional women for hours a day.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'm sorry, it's a human thing to get a little like ornery and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like, his message would get lost a lot because his whole thing was like, I'm talking to the niggas you want. The niggas
I'm talking about you getting a bum. I'm talking about you getting someone you want that you're naming with their
He quote the whole high value man thing. Yeah, that's a people like that's a fucking thing. Why do Bama's act like that's not a thing? Like niggas, there's a value in a fucking man. You judge a value in the man, and that's what life is all about, dog. Like the fuck.
No, that's you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like. His whole message
on this type of shit is cool.
His whole message,
disagree with
and no, that's like his whole message. Like when I say the good cop, bad cop is, I have patience. So like I feel like I will fucking sit here and you know try to when we have women guests, I'm gonna talk, try to give women the game because it's like.
Because there's misandry
from a man's point of view.
Not only from a man's point of view, but also from a man's point of view that like has the patience to maybe try to communicate certain things through your defensive walls and all this other stuff. Because like women are losing because women are just fucking with the same niggas and they're getting mad and getting frustrated. And it's like, oh, look, you got to figure out what you really want. But what I'm saying is like for us, we're trying to find our, like, y'all got to tell us what we are. We said what did you say earlier? Accountability analysts, activists.
Accountability activists, like, yo, take accountability for your shit.
Yeah.
But also, like, but like you said, like, we're speaking, obviously, from a man's perspective. So a lot of things that we're talking about is going to be, from a man's perspective about what we see for women. Now, but it's crazy that the disconnect that women just, like, they'll argue men down. Yeah. We're not like that's not what it is. Like, so you're gonna tell me what we like or like what's valuable for us. Yeah. And it's like argue like nobody. I just don't understand the pushback on that. So like, but the thing is, that's what it turns into. It's like we'll say something, and if you don't, there'll be wild pushback about something because. Like I said, you don't like because it's like a defense mechanism you don't like because like the way that it is. It's like, bro, we're just telling you what the situation is.
That's all.
You can accept it. You cannot accept it.
That's all it is. And it's valuable information. You just have to listen. Yeah. That's the biggest thing is people don't ever want to fucking listen.
Like listen to this. Like listen to this, bro. Like they call us misogynistic or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's misandry as well, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta look at it.
And then no. But my whole thing thank you for bringing that point up because I was gonna talk about that too. Is with the misogynistic John, like, bruh, I got my man Probee here. He's expert in all the shit, all the names, all the
psycho.
Shit. But you didn't know about MGTOW. You never heard about that shit. That was some new shit. We dropped that on you. Yeah. So explain misogyny to us. So like, am I misogynistic if a woman killed my mother and I hate the woman that killed my mother, but I don't hate all women? I just hate that woman that killed my mother. am I misogynist?
You're not misogynist, but when you talk about that situation, if you group all women into that situation, then that borders on misogyny.
Okay.
Falls on the void.
Okay, so it's an encompassing.
If you're insinuating,
so somebody that's misogynistic hates all women.
Yeah.
Hates women.
See, but you gotta feel me that like, so then if it's an all women thing, bro, niggas be loving their mom.
Yeah.
Like love their like.
But even that would be like a technicality. If they say, okay, I love
no, but I'm saying if you love your mom, then
that's equivalent to saying
if you love your mom,
I have 3 black friends.
Nah,
it's like an indirect.
It's not like it's like an offset. Okay, you have whatever, but you hate women in general.
Okay.
Like, so you say you like your mom, but it's like but you get like they hate.
You hate women, and it's like a hate in a sense that like what's the measure of the hate? Is it just a dislike? Like what is it?
It don't even gotta be really hate. Like hate could be very strong. It could just be a simple that you feel that you're more value than a woman.
See, and that's where, damn, I'm a misogynist. Because I don't think I'm more valuable, but I think there's a man, because a man is I be always saying that a man is the motherfucking GOAT. A man is the apex predator, bruh. And that don't mean that, like, there's not a woman that's more valuable than me. There's women that are probably more valuable than me. But the most valuable person on the planet is a motherfucking man. Man sits at the fucking top. But that's not. But how is that misogynistic though?
Too, bro.
How is that misogynistic? That's real shit.
Yeah, no, bro.
So you think that the fucking strongest person on the planet is gonna ever be a woman?
Yo, we call it. But that's an indirect misogyny.
No, you know what I mean. Everything like the number one, like richest. Motherfucking influential, all that
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I think if there wasn't a patriarchy, then that could be.
How though? How?
Because
the thing about it, the woman is going to be in competition with men.
And women
and men are. I mean, what we talking about here, bro? That woman, this imaginary woman you're talking about, is going to be in competition with all the fucking men in the world, and there's a man. I mean, I'm just sorry. I feel like
you're looking at it through the lens that we have.
But you're just saying you're assuming that whoever the most powerful person in the world is, that means that they run the world. Whoever the most, you be talking like Elon Musk or something.
I'm just saying whatever metric you want to use to measure.
Yeah, you talk about facts. You talk about metrics, things that we can.
There's always going to be a man. A man runs the world.
Okay, but let me say this. But if a woman did run the world, you still wouldn't say that women run the world now because a woman has the most money. That one day it would be obviously be a minority, like you still wouldn't say that. So it's not even that.
No, because it would be more men. There would be more men that would dominate that 1%.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
This whole thing is because every way we're looking at it.
I thought it to do with hating women, not like who runs the world. I thought that it's like a different thing.
Women are equitable right now, so
there's no metric where women are equitable. No, there's money.
Probee.
How many women? Okay, here's the thing. How many women in I would love to see a stat of how many women in the top 1% of the financial joint in the whole world got there like the rest of the men. Like if there's a list with no like you got a motherfucking inheritance or you got a divorce, it's a list of niggas that started from the bottom and are in the top 1% now in terms of bread. I would love to see a percentage of how many women are coming from the bottom or the same place as men getting to the top, to the very top.
That's a little bit misogynistic, bro.
But I'm saying though, it's a fucking realistic. We live in a patriarchy.
It's an indirect misogynistic thing.
That's what he just went. No, but he just added a new aspect that could be true.
Type shit, right? Like indirect misogyny type shit.
Yeah, like
if I think a man is an apex,
there's too much going on.
It's through a patriarchal lens, because that's all we've ever known.
Yeah, why is that? It would be an indirect
the way the system is.
But why is that the way the system is, though?
Because.
No. But here's the thing, though.
Men's right activists.
No, but people blow me because of like, okay,
that's the way the system is.
The patriarchy. Hold on. The patriarchy was trash, right? But you do know, like when it came time for Bama's like for the women's suffrage movement, right? The vote was made by men to allow women to vote, right? That's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing about it is when it comes to we're taking it all the way back to cave. It all starts from caveman shit. Everything starts from caveman shit. In caveman times, it was straight brute strength and whatever, right? Bro, I'm trying to tell you, everything comes from that, bro. Like where.
But I don't believe that caveman was the first, however.
So you don't think the first civilizations were based?
Well, wherever we came from.
No, but the
men and women coexisting together. There was a.
But that's what I'm saying. Egypt,
but the first
Egypt, Ethiopia, there were women pharaohs.
There were women pharaohs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that. So that this thing is something that was made by the system that's in place now.
So misogyny says. Dislike, because I'm like whoever's running it, like all right, there could be a
that's the patriarchy. That's
what I'm saying. Like that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Like misogyny says dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against women. Like that's nothing to do with
prejudice.
That's nothing to do with who's the pharaoh, who's the top person in the world.
No, the prejudice.
Like you hate on.
The prejudice, John.
But that's fine.
Based on the definition, the prejudice. No, so that means any kind of prejudice you make based on a woman being a woman.
That's fine, but whoever the most powerful woman in doesn't mean they're more powerful, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't matter. No. And then what makes you think that now women are in charge because there's pharaohs, or it's like, okay, we're still in charge.
Well, okay, and what? Right? You're right, because when I said I changed it to like, it's who dominates that 1%. Yeah, there could be one woman that's the richest, but in that room full of the 1%, is it fucking more women than men? No.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why I'm saying like.
What I'm saying is that there never was a patriarchal system. Who knows if that room maybe?
Yeah, it would be different. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it would be different because everything ends up on indirect.
Stop. I see. I'll be here. I'm on my MRA shit. I will dead that shit because you know why? You know why? Because men dominate the workspace of like the actual valuable shit that we need to fucking keep society running, like the fucking garbage men, the man that works in the sewer, the nigga that goes and fucking drills for oil and loses his leg in the oil mines or the coal mines. No, he said that though, but
I know, but it's like, is there 1% or like what are we talking about? You're talking about like 10%? Like
I'm about to fuck it up.
Do you know the difference in like workplace casualties where niggas are dying at work compared to women, right? Do you know what the difference is? It's literally like 95% or some shit.
It was even higher than that.
Women's that die at work, it's like only men.
It makes sense. Like
they do more dangerous jobs, and they do those dangerous jobs are dangerous for a reason because they're jobs that keep our infrastructure going.
Are they negligent on their
job?
But
listen,
are they negligent on their job? What do you? Don't do that, Probee.
So you think that men working coal mines, you think it's because they're being negligent, or because they're doing
they're doing super hard, dangerous job? Like
you think if it's women that John would have been caved in if it was a woman?
No, I'm saying that women can do it like.
So why don't they?
No one's saying that you can't do it. We're saying that you don't do it.
So why don't they?
They just and no one says they should do it. And I don't think they should do it.
I don't think they should, but why don't they? Is why do we have a patriarchy?
I think in the Midwest, they probably have a higher rate of women doing
it.
Listen. There could be a what percent are you talking about though? So you're talking about women that work in these super hard jobs we're talking about, where you're doing wild physical, labor, this, that, and other. We talking about like what they're 15% of it, 20%? 30? You think they're 45% of it? Like, what percentage are you kind of advocating for?
I don't know the percentage.
But it's probably pretty low, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Of course, we're not saying that not a woman works in
if there's more men in this job than there are women, then the men would have a higher death rate than women.
So the point is, we're working.
But
men are working those jobs. We're not saying it's bad. Also, I'm not saying that men shouldn't be working.
Nigga, I'm not working them jobs.
Yeah,
I'm not working them jobs. Them jobs where niggas are dying at, I don't work those jobs. But there's crazy niggas to do.
Listen,
guess what? That's why I said it. That's why I said a dude is always gonna be at the fucking top, bro. Because there's always gonna be a fucking dude that's willing to fucking be a cop. I'm not gonna be no cop. I'm not gonna be going out there. That's what I'm saying. It's okay. That's why it's about self-awareness, and we tie it back up into sports. And I'm on the team with LeBron James. That motherfucker got more value than me, bro. I don't got. It's not a slight on me as a human being, bro. I can still have great value. There could be 70% of people I'm better than. We got Arky.
I'm about to fuck you up. Okay.
Fuck me up.
Would you feel the same about Brittany Griner?
What I?
Bro, Brittany Griner throws me off.
What do you mean?
In terms of her being more valuable than you on the basketball.
She is. And that's cool.
Of course.
But Arky, here's what I be saying. Arky, here's what I be saying. Like, there's women that are way more valuable than me. Like, and I don't go around like, oh, like, bro, that's fucking life, bro. You gotta get some self-awareness, read the room, and see what's going on. Like, there's women that have way more value than me, but when it comes to fucking value of the top dogs, it's niggas, it's men, and it's women. Like, yo, you can try to fight the fight or say whatever, or you can try to adapt to what the reality of what you're actually in is. And, you know,
But it's not we don't want to say, it's not like a bad thing though. So like, men dying in 99% of the, or 98% of the blends, we're not saying that like, oh, well, we gotta get more women out there. Like, no, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about building a society, you're gonna be like, well, it's gonna be kind of hard to build. The only reason it's being brought up is because like, if we're not just saying, well, men do this and so, it's like if you're trying to build a society, and if you go to any society in the world, men are building it.
It's built by men.
It's really hard to just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Men are on the construction zone, building the roads. Men are building the roads. Men are fucking cleaning the sewers, taking the trash.
We're not telling you that women
cutting the grass.
It just is what it is.
We don't want women to do that.
It's fine.
But you have to acknowledge that that's what's going on. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like how it's all. Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
I'm saying that's our role also, but you have your junk there who's helping you doing her job.
But they have to understand that it's a yin and a yang, and that's what that's what we're trying to get women to understand. That it's like the same way I'm cool. No, but the same way I'm cool with being less valuable than Brittany Griner is how women need to look at the scope of how life goes in a certain sense.
I'm saying like use that to your advantage and be the assistant.
Of course, no, God made it. I'm an atheist, but if there's a whatever that holds it down and made shit balanced, it's because like women have that thing, bruh. Like a woman can always be right there at the top. Like can always be because they have that fucking thing. That's what I was trying to tell Shorty last time. Like, bruh, I'm not getting hired if I'm competing with a super attractive woman and there's a fucking a man at the fucking top, bro. They're gonna take the woman, dog. The woman's less threatening, easier on the eyes. Like, what the smells better, might get some action. Like, what we talk about here, it's not an even playing field when it comes to that. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with unfairness when it's unfair. I don't give a fuck that you have to pay for the first date as a dude, or you have to pay more money, or you have to pay to entertain women. That's not, I don't care. It is what it is, bro. I hold the door open, you know, I'm gonna walk on the other side, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing. And I just want women to understand that, like, it all comes to the way that messages are given to you. And all these messages that are given to you, you know, you have to step back and analyze what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And look around what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And make a real evaluation for yourself, because it's not what you think, bro. Like, a lot of women...
Well, it's not bad. People think they take it as bashing. So the same way that men can do things, it's like, yo, it's like the way you're accepting information. So it's like, you know, you can take it as bashing, you can take it as like, yo, this is just information. But you got something?
Yeah. And I'm gonna set up the clock for the last words.
Bro, because at the end, like, we're just inspired by women. Like, at the end, like, patriarchy, like, it's based on us trying to protect them.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? But
we can look down on for trying to protect them.
Patriarchy can go like far, you know what I'm saying, in this type of way as well, you know what I'm saying? But at the end, I feel like in a direct type of way, it's based on trying to protect them as well. You know what I'm saying? But it ends up in misogynist. Because people take it too far, bro.
No, he put me on with the definition that you just said. Based off that definition, any kind of prejudgment you make on a situation, on a woman, makes you misogynist. Like any kind of like negative prejudgment. Yeah. So if you think a woman can't defend herself and you're gonna protect her, that technically makes you misogynist. Because that's prejudging.
Because that's
you hear how stupid that sounds, bro? That sounds dumb, bro. Like, well,
that's why you said you're a misogynist.
Yeah, that's why I guess I'm a misogynist. Then, like,
protect you, my bad.
Sorry, I want to protect you and take care of you, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
At the end, somebody's gonna look at it wrong.
No, but,
like, it's gonna be indirect for somebody to get.
I always feel like and this is why I don't have any kids. I'm not married because I'm not fucking in a financially stable part of my life where I feel like I could do that. I could take care of me all day. You know what I'm saying? Nigga done slept in the car, slept outside, but when you gotta take care of a whole nother person, it brings a whole nother kind of like level of emotional, financial, fucking physical stability you have to have. And I don't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? I like, cooling out, smoking weed. So at the end of the day, women need to understand that like it's a yin and a yang. There's a yin and a yang in this whole thing. So like you have men, and what we bring to the table, the world is fucking hard. And I always take it back to caveman times, dog, when niggas wasn't eating for days, and you didn't eat until the nigga came back with the big boar on his back and shit, and the woman would stay and hold it down in the fucking cave with the little jits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take it all back where we always try to make ourselves like these bigger beings, and we're way more complicated than it really is, but we're not. The same way fucking animals go to the fucking prairie and they do their mating dance, we do that same shit. Bitches go to the club, they fucking twerk. What's that? It's a fucking mating dance. I see you, I'm looking at your fucking figure, I like how you dance, and I'm gonna go holler at you. You know what I'm saying?
Nice
so
buns.
Yeah, you got nice buns. You're ready to go. So like at the end of the day, we gotta just stop and just learn where we all came from and kind of understand where we all stand. And as women, it's not like the same way I don't get ashamed that I'm not the best player on the team, right? But me being a part of the team means finding my value to the team, right? That's the kind of mentality, like that's why I say women don't play sports, bro. Women don't watch sports, they don't understand the complexity of it, the fucking chess game that goes down, because you're not supposed to. That's for us. But it's a life lesson, and we're trying to convey it with our messages, trying to help you understand. Like, you have to self-assess. You gotta see, man, I ain't as bad as I think I am. And do women be knowing that? Or like, I'll be so thrown off of that, because it's like, you gotta lower your, whatever. We got the clock going. Matt, we gonna do the minute. Okay. It got good. Probee, you're definitely coming next time. Yes, you better have all your fucking definitions.
Yes, he got it right here. He got it right here.
I need all that shit, bro.
We got it right here. That's what we know.
The topics.
Because you just let me know. You just let me know I'm misogynistic, bro. I'm a fucking misogynist, bro. This jump.
Do you remember the term? What was it that you posted in group chat? It was normalizing heterosexual relationships. What was that, John?
What is this? That's cis.
You went through.
I mean, that's cis. That's a cis.
Yeah, I'm a cisgender man.
Yeah, that's what a cisgender man is, right? You normalize.
No, a cisgender man is a heterosexual man that was born a man.
What's the normalizing heterosexual relationships? What's that?
You remember you took like some class, John?
Yeah, I remember you be going on the trips to learn about different sexualities.
It was a minute ago.
What? Hey, what? What?
I'm a health teacher.
Don't tell me you be on some weird shit, dog.
I'm a health teacher.
Yeah, he does. John, he work with kids, so he be doing the shit. He'll get flown out.
Now you don't be like go to no weird orgies and shit.
He'll get flown out. He'll fly out to like Vegas. So he's like, all right, I'm going to Vegas to go to a transplant room. It's cool. Whatever you go to. Yeah, but even if it is, it doesn't matter, right? Who cares?
Yeah,
like, bro, you there to learn.
I'm not trained, so
I feel you, but you might want to go to learn more.
Well, you're gonna be here next week, or no, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta help us with but we fucked you up with the MGTOW, John, though.
I think it's a MGTOW.
There's no MGTOW. Like,
man going the other way on that ass.
Man going the other way. Y'all ain't never heard of no shit like that. Okay, all right. So who's first? Who wants first?
Yeah, we'll just go around. All right. If you got something, you know what I'm saying. But
everybody gotta have something. We gonna do. Let's see.
You're right. You got
All right. Who?
I'll go ahead.
All right. Bet. Go.
Hey man, so for the last minute, man, I gotta get into the cause Teeco kind of brought it up where men are the ones that are you know what I'm saying, more so the traditional roles. They're the ones that are looked at to be the leader of relationships, and I feel like through time somehow that got construed with like holding women down. Mm-hmm. And to me it's really wild that me saying that I'm gonna take care of you, make sure that you're good. I'm not saying you don't gotta do shit, but you know you're looking after. If you got a problem, I'm a problem solver. I'm doing all this for you so you can cool out. You can raise the family, you can do whatever, which is the most important job, really, to do. somehow in time that got construed into me holding you down.
10 seconds.
That got me, that now I'm oppressing you. So like, try to, I don't understand where that came about, but hopefully we can, we can steer a different direction, because traditional shit and a man taking care of you isn't him holding you down, It isn't him holding you back, it's him taking care of you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I just, I don't understand where that came from, and it blows me.
I'm gonna piggyback off that for my 60 seconds, starting now. All right, I'm piggyback off that. Like, I found out today I'm a misogynist, and I'm in the MRA. Like, look at me, life comes at you fast. You know what I'm saying? Here I was thinking I was protecting women and opening doors for women and, letting women, because women don't hit you with a, can I have $100? It don't be like, hey man, let me hold 100, I'll get you next Friday type shit. So like, look, if that makes me misogynist, then I'm willing to do that more for the woman than I am for men. That's a wild concept. And it's like,
well, what are y'all fighting for?
I think women gotta step back and look at this whole feminism shit. I bet women didn't know the reason women couldn't vote is because you couldn't be drafted. That was the whole shit back then. Only niggas that like were, you want to make decisions on this fucking country? Well, you better be ready to go to war and go fight motherfucking Vietnam niggas for this shit or whatever. That was the original blend. So yeah, man, wake up, you know what I mean? MRA, boy.
Busy boy.
MRA gang. Who next? Teeco, man. Let's go. What you got for me, Teeco? Starting now.
Yeah, bro. That's how I said, bro. Everything ends up being indirect, bro. Indirectly, you gonna end up hurting somebody. So just, think about what you gonna say. Know when you gonna say it. Type shit. Who to say it to, Feel free to say it. And don't give a fuck. Practically, bro, because it's gonna end up indirectly hurting somebody. How you said it, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, us wanting to take care of whatever situation is going on and wanting to take the lead is gonna end up indirectly hurting a woman or a man that wants to take care of the situation because of their feelings, not because of their thoughts.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the biggest thing is that.
That's the biggest thing. So just think, you know what I'm saying? And before you act, just, be aware of who that might affect and shit.
2.
And who to protect and who to not.
My man. Who next? Let me get my man Arky, aka Christopher Cole. Go.
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Love yourself before you love anybody else.
Love.
Also, I need you to go to your nearest streaming website and look up Black Water No ID.
Yes, sir.
Code,
Gang.
iNDo.
Yeah.
Bleak Bones, Teeco G. We're gonna get Probee on the track soon.
Yeah, man. Fuck with us, man.
You gonna rap the misogyny, psychology.
Yeah.
Hey, man, don't disrespect my 60 seconds, man. What you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Come on, dog.
Fine.
Nah, but yeah, man. You got 24 say free time. Hey, 5 Roaches dropping in what?
Too Many Party remix.
You got 15 seconds.
Hey, we got
LeBron. Oh, you saw what LeBron did. Y'all gang. We going all the way.
Hey.
I told y'all niggas. 4-1. Lakers in motherfucking 5.
Not just that. Stay tuned. Hey, stay tuned with that no cheat chat.
Okay.
That no cheat chat joke on heat.
All right, my man Probee, you next. You the motherfucker. You
really good.
Oh, you good?
Yeah,
That's a free 60 then. Boom. It's on and going. Everybody, just chime in with. Okay, so look. I think we gonna beat the Nuggets, bro. I think we gonna dog them
beat them
niggas.
for one. I'm a Laker fan, but be realistic.
Why not? No, because here's the whole thing. I be telling
not
people
beating them 4-1.
the Nuggets can't play fucking defense.
And we can't play some defense half of the time.
Hey, that's true, half of the time, but we played half of the time though. Them niggas don't play none of the time. They have no defenders. The
overs gonna be hitting.
Woo! I mean, Jokic is basically Looney on defense.
Yeah,
on defense.
That's dangerous.
He's obviously amazing on offense.
Hey, all this is candid. Save it for the next podcast.
Oh, I mean, we got 19 seconds, so I was just trying to talk my shit and maybe people make some money. Like, yo, I won 50 off my man Sosa. He was here last. That nigga thought the fucking Warriors was gonna win. The Warriors? With a healthy LeBron and motherfucking AD healthy, we did it. Lakers are 5.
Jamal Murray about to get with that.
Hey, that 5 roaches of the kitchen table.
I feel like my 1 second was more valuable than I got 1 second right before the buzzer too, just like Jamal Murray. Hit the buzzer beater. That's a wrap.